We had a very fall-like start to our morning. We had temperatures dropping back into the upper 40s. The problem is we haven't had a lot of rain, and we're not going to have a lot of rain, unfortunately. And that's why, as we were concerned, the drought situation is still in dire straits, as we have a good chunk of southeast Kansas, parts of northern Oklahoma, now in the exceptional category. That's as high as it goes. And of course, that means the extreme has expanded as well. And unfortunately, our forecast has no rain in it for the next several days. It's good news if you're outdoors, you've got plans, but otherwise it's not good news for those who need the rain. Right now in Joplin, it's mild, it's fall-like, 75 degrees under clear skies across the area. And we look at temperatures around the region, and you can see they're not bad. It's a little warmer in some places, say Parsons and Neodesha, both at 78, 76 in Independence, 73 Lamar, a little cooler in Nevada, sitting at 72. We've been talking about it, and I just want to remind our allergy sufferers, I've got a couple of them at home. It's starting to look a little better. Pollen count down to a 6.2 out of 12 today and a 5.6 out of 12 tomorrow, and that's very good news for those who want to get outdoors and enjoy the weather that we are having. Still looking at a high of 81 right around here, otherwise 75 at 2, 75 at 5, 65 by 8 o'clock with partly cloudy skies. And heading into the evening, we'll have mostly clear skies. We'll gradually drop back to a low of 53 tonight, so not bad overall in terms of temperatures. It's this future track that has the concerns with it, because as you can see, it does work. There's some rain on Wednesday out around, say, Dodge City, parts of southwestern Kansas, but that's not long-lived, and there's really nothing in our immediate areas. We've got high pressure in control, just keeping us dry, but keeping temperatures at least somewhat more tolerable than what they have been. Now, as we head into next week, we are looking at some rain chances on Tuesday. This is early Tuesday morning next week, but as you can see, they don't last very long either, unfortunately. And then we're watching additional rain chances possibly building in from the northeast on Wednesday. So the middle of next week is really our best chance of anything. Then we have Hurricane Ian that we've been talking about. Went to a Category 1 storm this morning. Latest advisory has it at 80-mile-an-hour winds, moving northwest at 14, but it will eventually begin to take a more northerly track. And as you can see, this is a very well-organized storm system as it starts to head off into the Gulf before it starts to circle back around toward Florida. So this is the track on Ian as to what is expected. Again, latest advisory, it's got it at 80-mile-an-hour winds, and it's going to track on the western side of Cuba, and after it passes Cuba, it's going to turn slightly northeasterly, and this is also when it's going to reach, or is expected to reach, Category 4 strength. And that puts winds at 140 with gusts to 165. And if you're unfamiliar with the hurricane category system, there's only 5 categories. So this is a major hurricane off the coast of Florida. As it approaches the west coast of Florida, say around the Tampa area, it holds on to Category 3-2 strength. And even though it's not on land, you can see it's going to be close enough that any kind of storm surge, winds, heavy rain, all of that will still be impacting the Tampa area before it does make landfall and eventually dies out heading into Georgia. Our 7-day forecast, though, we've got mostly clear to partly cloudy skies all week long, with temperatures hovering in the 80s. We warm up by the weekend, and then our overnight lows, not bad, in the 50s, with the exception of Wednesday night, where we may cool off a little bit more into the upper 40s. So our overnight lows are actually right about where they should be, but our afternoon highs are still 5 to 8 degrees above normal for this time of year, but at least they're not pushing 100 like they were last week.
If we could only get a few rain chances.
Yeah, if we could get some rain chances on this forecast, it'd make it an even better one.
That's for sure. All right, thanks, Chris.